Where are they getting it from and for what reason?
Well, there's still some open questions about exactly which shuttle that they want, but it's pretty clear that they ultimately want Space Shuttle Discovery, which is currently at the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C., or in the Washington, D.C. area. And for them, they say they're righting an egregious wrong that happened back at the end of the shuttle program when those shuttles were allocated to different cities and museums. At the time, the people making those decisions said that they prioritized visitors and how many people would actually see the shuttles when they were over. But to them, they felt like Houston, which oversaw the space shuttle program out of NASA's Johnson Space Center, should have received a shuttle because of that tie to the shuttle program.
Now,
and a shuttle that's gone to space,
I mean,
specifically.
What's extraordinary is you've done your digging and sort of gone through the One Big Beautiful Bill, as it was known, and the Act had a provision for space vehicle transfer of up to $85 million. I mean, talk to us about the logistical issues here and why they would spend so much.
Right. I had someone told me that, nothing is impossible with enough time and money, but this might just be impossible with the amount of money and time that they are trying to allocate for this. Yes, there's 85 million allocated in the One Big Beautiful Bill, and only 5 million for the transfer. But the Smithsonian, which seems to be the target of this transfer, has estimated about 50 to 55 million for the transfer, and then upwards of $300 million to prepare the transfer, to come up with a new exhibit, and to display the vehicle at its new location in Houston. And then there's also just the concern of what's going to happen to the shuttles during transit. They're very delicate. They're covered in these very delicate tiles that were used to keep the vehicle from overheating when it came back to Earth from space. And so the concern is just moving that. Those tiles would probably be irrevocably damaged, and that would, be destroying a national asset, essentially.
About national assets right now, of course, we now think about the money being spent on sending actual shuttles into actual space at the here and now. Loren, what did you make of the SpaceX delay?
Yeah, having covered space launches for however long I have, there's just one thing that companies can't control, and that is the weather. And so as much as you might like to fly, they had the wrong kind of clouds over the launch site last night, and so that forced a delay. But hopefully the weather will cooperate tonight, and we'll maybe see a liftoff of that 10th flight that we've all been kind of anticipating for a while now.